The root of the problem. Sunlight streams through a window, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Arthur Finch, 72, a man with a gentle face etched with lines of worry, struggles to stand from his kitchen chair. He winces, his hand instinctively going to his calf. The simple act of rising feels like scaling a mountain. Another morning, another battle. It felt like a phantom limb, this cramp monster that seized my muscles, twisting them into knots. It wasn't just pain, it was a thief, stealing my mornings, my walks, my very ability to tend to the roses I loved. It had become a constant, unwelcome guest, whispering doubts. "You're too old, Arthur. Too weak." And I, foolishly, had begun to believe it. He shuffles to the kettle, his movements stiff, each step a conscious effort. On the counter, a half-eaten bowl of sugary cereal sits next to a half-empty glass of water. He glances at a faded photograph on the fridge, a younger Arthur, beaming, surrounded by vibrant flowers in a sprawling garden. His gaze lingers on his own gnarled hands, once strong and nimble, now trembling slightly as he pours water. He tries to reach for a box of tea on a high shelf, but his arm aches and his balance feels precarious. He sighs, settling for a tea bag from a lower drawer. A sharp, sudden pain shoots through his left calf. He cries out, clutching his leg, nearly dropping the kettle. He sinks back into the chair, breathing heavily, waiting for the spasm to subside. The cramp monster feels like a tightening vice, a malevolent force that has taken residence in his legs. He sees it, in his mind's eye, as a shadowy, grasping hand, squeezing, twisting. Not again. Not today. Just let me move. His phone buzzes, startling him. He fumbles for it, nearly dropping it too. It's Ilara. "Ilara, my dear, just admiring the, morning light. Beautiful day for it."
Grandpa, you sound a bit strained. Everything all right? I was just calling to see if I could pop over this afternoon. I've been thinking about your leg cramps.
Arthur sighs, a mix of relief and resignation. He can't hide it from her. "Always thinking, aren't you? Come on over, love. The kettle's just boiled. I could use a friendly face."
Seeds of change. Arthur's living room. Afternoon. Ilara, 28, vibrant and energetic, sits opposite Arthur. She holds a small notebook. Arthur sips his tea, a little more relaxed now, though a faint tremor remains in his hands. "So, Grandpa, let's talk about these cramps. You've mentioned they're getting worse. How often are they hitting, and how long do they last?"
"Oh, you know, just the usual. Old age, I suppose, comes with the territory."
It's not just old age, Grandpa. Often, leg cramps, especially in seniors, are a sign of something we can address. It's like a plant wilting. It's not just old plant. It needs water or different soil. Your muscles are sending you a message.
Arthur looks at her, intrigued by the analogy. He's a gardener, after all.
Let's start simple. What have you been eating lately? And how much water are you drinking? Your muscles need specific things to function properly, like tiny, well-oiled machines.
Arthur hesitates, then gestures vaguely towards the kitchen. "Well, a bit of this, a bit of that. Toast sometimes, a biscuit. Water, yes, when I remember. I'm not exactly running marathons, so I don't feel thirsty much."
Okay, so the cramp monster often thrives on dehydration and a lack of certain minerals. Think of it as a tiny, greedy creature that saps the good stuff from your muscles, making them seize up. When you're dehydrated, your electrolytes get out of balance, and your muscles can't relax properly.
Arthur chuckles, a genuine sound. Starve the monster, eh? I like the sound of that.
Exactly. First prescription, water. Aim for at least 8 glasses a day. Keep a bottle by your chair, by your bed. Make it a habit. Every time you see it, take a sip. It's a small act of defiance against the monster. She pulls out a small, brightly colored water bottle from her bag. This one's for you, a visual reminder. And let's start now. Drink this whole glass.
Arthur takes it, turning it over in his hands, then slowly drinks the water. He feels a subtle shift, a faint sense of being in control.
And food. Your muscles are like tiny engines, Grandpa. They need the right fuel. We're talking about things rich in magnesium and potassium. These minerals are crucial for muscle contraction and relaxation. Think leafy greens, spinach, kale, nuts, seeds, bananas, potatoes, avocados. And protein is vital for muscle repair and strength, especially as we age. Lean meats, fish, beans, lentils.
Spinach. You know I prefer a good steak and chips.
And you can still have them, but we're adding in the good stuff. Maybe a handful of almonds with your breakfast, a banana with your afternoon tea, a small portion of spinach in your omelet. Small changes, big impact. It's about reauthoring your daily routine, giving your body a new, stronger story. Then she demonstrates a simple calf stretch, slowly, carefully. And gentle stretches. Before bed, when you wake up, just a few minutes. It's like coaxing the monster out of its hiding place, showing it who's boss. And a warm bath before bed can also help relax those muscles.
Arthur tries to mimic her, wincing slightly, but determined. Right. Starve the monster. Coax it out. I can do that. I'm a gardener, Laura. I know about nurturing things.
The daily rituals. Montage various locations over several weeks. Arthur's kitchen, morning. Arthur, still a bit stiff, reaches for the colorful water bottle. He takes a long sip. He then carefully measures out a handful of almonds into his cereal bowl, a banana beside it. He performs the gentle calf stretches, a focused expression on his face, a slight grimace, turning into a small smile as the tension eases. Arthur's garden, day. Arthur, wearing gardening gloves, is slowly weeding a small patch. He pauses, takes a sip from his water bottle. He looks at the neglected rose bushes, a flicker of his old passion in his eyes. The cramp monster is still there, a faint shadow, but it seems less imposing. He manages to bend and stand without a sharp wince. Arthur's living room, evening. Arthur sits in his armchair, a warm, damp towel draped over his calves. He closes his eyes, a look of relief on his face. Then he performs his evening stretches, holding each one a little longer. Arthur's bedroom, night. Arthur's in bed. He reaches for a glass of water on his bedside table, takes a sip, and then closes his eyes, a peaceful expression on his face. He sleeps soundly. Arthur's kitchen, day. Arthur is chopping spinach for a salad, humming softly. He's trying a new recipe Laura sent him, a green goddess salad. He fumbles a bit with the knife, but his movements are more confident than before. Mrs. Gable, 70s, his neighbor, peers through the window, then knocks. Mrs. Gable!
Arthur, dear, is that, spinach and kale? I thought you were a meat and potatoes man. What's gotten into you? Alara's got me on a new regimen, Mrs. Gable, starving the cramp monster, you see. It's working. I haven't had a bad one in days.
Cramp monster? Oh, Arthur, it's just your age. My knees ache something awful, too. Have you tried that new liniment? My sister swears by it. Or those magnetic bracelets.
I'm trying something different. It's about what I put into my body and how I move it. Hydration, minerals, Gentle stretches. It's simple, really. He gestures to his colorful water bottle, then to a small bowl of mixed nuts.
Well, I never. You look brighter, Arthur. Less crumpled. And you're moving better. I saw you out in the garden yesterday, actually, bending.
Arthur, a twinkle in his eye. The monster's losing its grip, Mrs. Gable, slowly but surely. It's amazing what a bit of discipline and the right fuel can do. It's like tending to a neglected plant. Give it what it needs, and it thrives.
Maybe there's something to it. My own energy levels aren't what they used to be.
Arthur offering a small, knowing smile. It's never too late to reauthor your story, Mrs. Gable.
Seeds of change. The community garden. A subplot blooms. Community center day. Ilara's at a table setting up a vibrant display for a community garden project. Posters show diverse people of all ages, smiling, surrounded by lush vegetables and colorful flowers. Arthur walks in, a little more upright, a noticeable spring in his step. He looks around, a flicker of his old passion in his eyes.
Arthur, what's all this? It looks lively.
It's the new community garden, Grandpa. We're looking for volunteers, a place for everyone to grow their own food, share tips, and just be active. It's about building connection, purpose, and getting fresh, healthy produce right here in the neighborhood.
Arthur's eyes light up, then dim slightly as he glances at his hands, remembering past limitations.
I'd love to, Ilara. You know how much I miss the soil. My hands still itch for it. But my legs, even with the monster on the run, I'm not sure I'm up to heavy digging. I don't want to be a burden.
Ilora takes his hand, her voice gentle but firm. Grandpa, it's not about heavy digging. It's about gentle movement, fresh air, and connection. There are raised beds, light tasks. We need people with your experience, your green thumb. Think of all the fresh greens you could grow for your monster-starving diet. And it's a chance to restore your relationship with gardening, not as a chore, but as therapy, as a way to connect with others.
Arthur looks at the poster, then at his granddaughter. He sees a picture of an older woman, smiling, tending to a small herb garden in a raised bed. A new aspiration sparks within him. Arthur Vios. The monster had kept me isolated, trapped in my cottage. It had stolen my joy, my connection to the earth. But this was a chance to reconnect, a new goal, a new reason to fight, a reason to keep moving. Community Garden Day, a few weeks later. Arthur is at the community garden, now a regular. He's wearing a wide-brimmed hat, his hands expertly tending to a raised bed of spinach and kale. He moves with a newfound fluidity, bending, kneeling, and standing with ease. The cramp monster is barely a whisper now, a distant memory. He's even started humming a little tune. Mr. Henderson, 60s, with a gruff man with perpetually furrowed brows, watches Arthur from his own plot. Mr. Henderson's plot looks a bit sad. His tomatoes are wilting. Mr. Henderson grumbles. My tomatoes are giving up the ghost. Can't seem to get anything to grow in this patch. Too much clay, I reckon.
Arthur straightens up, a small smile on his face.
Clay can be tricky. Needs a bit of breaking up, and some good compost to lighten it. And a bit of gypsum, perhaps. It's all about the soil, you see. Like our bodies. Give it the right foundation, and it'll thrive.
Mr. Henderson eyes him skeptically.
You sound like that young nutritionist. All about the foundation.
Arthur chuckles.
She's a smart girl. Taught me a thing or two about my own foundation. My legs used to seize up something awful. Couldn't even bend like this.
Arthur demonstrates a deep, easy bend, touching the soil. Mr. Henderson's eyes widen slightly.
Mr. Henderson, impressed despite himself. Well, I'll be. You're moving like a spring chicken, Finch. What's your secret?
Arthur winks.
No secret, just good habits and a bit of patience. Like gardening, you put in the work, you see the bloom. Let me show you a trick or two with that clay. We'll get those tomatoes flourishing.
Arthur begins to gently work the soil, demonstrating how to break up the clay and mix in compost. Mr. Henderson watches, then slowly, hesitantly, joins him. A quiet camaraderie begins to form.
The test of resilience. Community garden day, several weeks later. The community garden is now a vibrant hub of activity. Arthur is a central figure, his plot overflowing with healthy greens. He's not just tending his own plants, he's offering advice, sharing tools, and laughing with other volunteers. He moves with a newfound fluidity, bending, kneeling, and standing with ease. The cramp monster is gone, vanquished.
Mrs. Gable walks by carrying a small watering can. She stops, watching Arthur with a look of genuine admiration.
Arthur, look at you! You're practically dancing with those plants, and your spinach is magnificent.
Arthur grinning, wiping sweat from his brow.
Just giving them what they need, Mrs. Gable. Plenty of water, good nutrients, and a bit of sunshine. And a good stretch now and then.
Suddenly, a young child, Chloe, 5, chasing a butterfly, trips and falls near a heavy bag of topsoil, twisting her ankle. She cries out, a sharp, distressed sound. Her mother, across the garden, rushes over but is a little slow due to her own pregnancy. Arthur, without a second thought, moves quickly. His steps are light, agile. He kneels beside Chloe, his movements fluid and strong. He gently examines her ankle, his touch reassuring, then carefully helps her sit up.
Arthur calmly, his voice steady. Easy there, little one. Let's have a look. Just a twist, I think. Nothing broken. Breathe with me.
He helps her to her feet, supporting her weight. Then he, with surprising strength and ease, lifts the heavy bag of topsoil away from her, preventing further injury.
Chloe's mother arrives, relieved, her hand on her chest.
Oh, Mr. Finch, thank you. I don't know what I would have done. You were so quick and so strong.
Arthur's smiling, a deep sense of satisfaction washing over him. Just glad I could help. A little ice, elevate it, and keep off it for a bit. She'll be right as rain.
The cramp monster is gone, vanquished. He feels a surge of strength, not just in his muscles, but in his spirit. This is the transformation. He looks at his hands, no longer garled and trembling, but capable and purposeful. The monster had been externalized, then starved, then finally it simply faded away, replaced by strength and confidence.
Arthur Vios, it wasn't about grand gestures or heroic feats. It was about the quiet victories, the ability to move freely, to help, to simply be present. The monster had been externalized, then starved, then finally, it simply faded away, replaced by strength and confidence. I was no longer defined by my limitations, but by my actions.
The unfolding bloom. Arthur's cottage in the evening. Arthur sits on his porch swing, watching the sunset. His garden is now thriving, bursting with color and life. He sips from his water bottle, a contented sigh escaping him. His movements are easy, relaxed. He looks at his hands, no longer garled and trembling, but capable and purposeful.
Ilar, you know, the community garden is flourishing, and everyone keeps talking about how much you've helped, not just with the plants, but with inspiring others. Mr. Henderson's tomatoes are the talk of the town. It's funny, Ilara. For so long, I thought my body was failing me, but it was just asking for help, and you showed me how to listen. You helped me restory my own narrative.
You did the work, Grandpa. You chose to fight the monster, one sip, one stretch, one healthy meal at a time. You embraced the idea that your health was in your own hands.
It's more than just preventing cramps, isn't it? It's about living, really living. My daily intake isn't just food and water. It's purpose, connection, and movement. It's my prescription for vitality. It's about being able to help, to contribute, to feel useful again.
He stands up effortlessly and walks to a particularly beautiful rosebush, gently touching a bloom.
Every day is a chance to bloom again, to grow stronger, to keep the monster at bay, and perhaps inspire a few others to do the same. Like Mr. Henderson, he's even started bringing his own water bottle to the garden.
Mrs. Gable approaches the porch, a small bag in her hand. Arthur, dear, I was wondering, Elara mentioned those almonds you're eating and that spinach. Do you think it might help with my energy? I'm tired of feeling so wilted. Arthur smiles, a warm, inviting smile.
Arthur gestures to the empty chair beside him. Come, Mrs. Gable, let's talk. It all starts with a single seed and a glass of water. He looks out at the sunset, a picture of serene vitality, ready to share his newfound wisdom. Arthur vos. The journey isn't over. It's a continuous unfolding. But now I have the tools, the knowledge, and the spirit to keep tending to my own garden, ensuring it remains a vibrant, ageless bloom, and perhaps inspire a few others to do the same. The story of our health, like a garden, is always growing, always transforming.